Hey Trey,
Hey,
your favorite YouTubers I think are live.
Critical Role's on?
Really your favorite?
No, no, they're not. They're not even close. Not even close. I appreciate them for what they do, but no, they're not my favorite. They're not my favorite. But yeah, we're here, so let's do that.
Oh my
Hey,
god! For old
Joe.
time's sakes.
Oh
Uh,
man.
yeah. So bear with me if you guys tune in. Especially, I know probably Emily's looking at it somewhere. Just in the chat, also Trey, because you can hear it. Let me know what the audio levels are doing. Uh, so I know that I'm. Excuse me, COVID cough. I don't
And
want to
this
be
is when
too
I say
loud.
stuff to give the opposite levels.
Wait, what is that? What does that mean? What does that translate to?
I don't know. I was just saying stuff, and while you were saying stuff, so that I could hear us on the thing and make sure that you weren't like super quiet or I was super quiet or something like that.
Gotcha. Oh well, the levels look
Travis
loud.
getting the coffees right as we get going here.
I'm telling you, it's the excitement and all
Hmm.
the Reese cups I've been eating, sitting here waiting.
Excitement and processed sugar. What could go wrong?
I know all that peanut butter making me flimmy.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. Oh, I
Well,
feel
I
like
hate I hate to break the news to you, Trey. Okay, but my wife informed me we picked the worst night to make a comeback for Two Beards Play
and why is that?
because last night Taylor Swift put a countdown on her website, and right now
Uh-huh.
as we speak, she is premiering her new album on a podcast that her boyfriend does, the Travis Kelsey guy. So like
Mm.
apparently everybody is watching that and nobody's going to watch us tonight. So
Okay, well, for all the beardlings who also happen to be Swifties, catch you tomorrow, I guess. I don't know, man. Like,
catch the
I
VOD
don't,
whatever you
yeah.
can.
Well, let's be honest. I mean, it's her boyfriend for now. Like they're gonna break
Oof.
up. She's gonna make an
Oof.
album. Like yeah, we know how she works. They're gonna break up. She's gonna write an album, make more money because you know she needs it. She really needs more money. And that's that. And then we just wait to see who the next victim, I mean boyfriend is.
God, we're starting this episode, this comeback strong with a straight up
Strong. I
Taylor
mean,
Swift diss.
if we're gonna start a turf war, let's start a turf war with Taylor Swift.
Oh, if it bleeds, it reads.
Hmm. That's
Oh,
right. That's right. I hope people aren't hanging out in the announcement chat wondering where the heck we are.
I don't know. I was like, oh, I should schedule it because it'll pop up on people's feeds and get some hype. I don't know. I'm gonna pop over on my phone here and just kind of see um, what this looks like. Subscription. Wait,
Yo, Moisty Trousers in the chat.
Moisty Trousers. What's up, man?
I'm
Okay.
being told that two people are waiting. I think they're in that announcement video. I'm gonna pop over there and be like, "Yo, there's a separate video. Go find it."
Yeah, I don't know how that works because I just did the one.
Hey, Jubilee.
I think you sound fine.
There, I put it in the chat in the
Yeah.
announcement. It's weird. It's like an announcement video that just says we're back and people can chat. Yeah, for waiting is what it says.
Oh.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't either because I selected the one that I made. I don't know.
I posted the link in the chat so that they'll be like, "Oh, go here."
Yeah, it says there's 5 people. There's more people in the waiting room than there is in the actual video.
In the actual stream. So I'm trying to like everybody go over to the actual stream, like over to the actual video. That's weird. We got to remember that
Okay.
for the
I'm
future.
just so tired. Made it. Hello, fellow awesome beards.
I said.
All right.
What did she say?
welcome, guys. Glad to see movement in the chat. Makes me feel good. I'm glad you
Yeah,
guys
there
aren't
they are.
watching the Taylor Swift stream instead.
Yeah, we
Dev!
appreciate you taking time out of your busy Taylor Swift stream.
Look at all these little crowns. What do these mean? Number 3.
I'm not sure, Travis. We've been gone a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, YouTube has probably changed a lot, and we have no idea what's happening.
Okay, I clicked on one.
Jubilee, no, baby, no. Get out from behind there, please. Knocking down my whole background.
Were you a father last time we did? No, I'm just kidding. You were.
I'm pretty sure I was.
I will say
it's been 3.5 years, but
I will say I looked at the last Two Beards say, and I think it said it was 4 years ago. We did a say. I know we did a lot of favored terrain.
Yeah.
Previously.
Yeah,
So looking at those little crowns, I clicked on one and it came up as top fans, and it looks like you get XP for chatting. So right now I'm so tired. You got the most XP because you've chatted twice. So if y'all want to earn XP, get that chat going.
We're not sure what that XP is for, but by God, you can earn it.
Yeah.
And I can vouch, Tired does have an epic beard, so.
I have no idea what this is.
Yeah, everyone, like, I feel like
neither do we.
Know what happened. Everyone was like, well, if they're not doing YouTube, I'm not even watching YouTube anymore. And everyone just left entirely.
I know.
Until today.
Man, Google called me the other day. It was like, hey, we need to do something. Where the beards at? Like, Google stocks plummeting.
Come on, we got to get it together. Emily giving stock options in the chat. Buy XRP and WikiCat.
The crown is heavy. Okay, we'll get the chat there in a second, but welcome back. Two Beards back. We got a lot to talk about. I feel. What are you giggling about, Trey?
Just Two Beards back.
Two Beards back.
How did we stumble upon a name for our channel that works with most verbs?
Two Beards. Two Beards say. Two Beards back.
Two Beards play. Two Beards back. You know,
and it's like a toddler speaking. Like there's no in between words. It's like Travis play.
Yeah.
Travis back.
Two Beards back. Dev says that he was in your art class, so he gets double XP. I was in his club. I should get 3 XP. I'm wondering who the heck all these people are.
No, Moisty Trousers and Dev are old students of mine. And when I say old, I mean old because you aren't students anymore. You are adults.
Travis,
which makes me feel old.
You weren't a teacher.
No. And my first year of teaching, okay, so I taught 8th grade. Dude, those students now are adults and have babies and mortgages. And I'm like, what?
Moisty says he is 21 now. Emily claims that she gets infinite XP because she gave birth to my child.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Is that how that works?
The Mrs. Beards have a different category in and amongst themselves.
Dev, I would believe you because I could see you in that role. I feel like that would be a good release of just like frustration and energy. Just be a drill sergeant, dude. Just go after people. Bring back the real army. None of this soft drill sergeant crap we have these days. That's wife privilege.
You hear it. Man. You heard it here, people. Travis wants to bring back Full Metal Jacket military.
Hey, if we don't have casualties in drill training, we're not doing it right. Hashtag not my army. No, I'm just kidding.
This is why we're not eligible for the draft.
Okay.
Too old.
Oh my God. Okay, I gotta focus here. I did not take my medication this evening.
Everyone, we got unmedicated Travis. Here we go.
Oh yeah, newsflash. Dev and Moisty Trousers. Since I've left teaching, I have been diagnosed with ADHD and been on medication. And it's the best thing ever.
Oh my God, Travis, really? I'm so shocked. I would never have guessed.
Listen, that's what I hear from people. And I'm like, well, why didn't you say anything? I'm over here struggling, thinking I like can't
You're
focus
a
and
grown
just
man, Travis. Go to the doctor.
anyway. Welcome to Two Beards Say, episode 14. We back, baby.
We are
And
back.
we got a lot to talk about, and we are not doing a good job with getting these things talked about.
Hey, kudos to us though, because we did the pre-show call last night to make sure it's all set up and we remember how to do the things and all that. And Travis and I are literally on a call just like this, not speaking to each other.
Yeah, it was like
We-
20, 30 minutes of silence.
Just dead silence where we're like, we're not speaking. We are saving it for the show. It was just like, how you doing? Doing good? Cool. Let's get this set up. All right. See you later. And that was it.
Nice.
That was it.
Experience may vary. Just subscribe. I think I have alerts turned on. Give them a second.
We'll
So,
see.
We'll see. Out of practice. It's been a few
Yeah.
years.
Dwarf, welcome to No Ad Trav.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about this, obviously, getting back into the motion of things, and a fun little project we have in the works. And then I think we'll probably, I'm sure we've got tons of. If you're new to the channel, we talk about D&D a whole lot. Nerd stuff. Jesus, being dads, that's our little realm of expertise, and that's what you're gonna get here. But so one of the things I wanted to talk about with you last night, my daughters are 12 and 14, and they've been wanting to play D&D a whole lot. And I'm trying to get them, because I mean, sure, I'll DM for them, but they just don't, my two kids and me, like, there needs to be another person. So we've had trouble trying to get like somebody their age. Anyway, they got a friend. They talked a friend into playing. Nice. She'll be great at it.
That's impressive for homeschool kids. I didn't know they socialized.
So anyway, we had them over Tuesday, and just to roll characters. And their friends never played, doesn't have any experience with it, so it was like a good hour of just like running through classes and races and all the different things you can do. And I'm so excited for the 3 characters that these girls made. Like,
well, break it down for us. What do we got?
Okay, so I'm gonna start with my girls. Claire is doing a changeling rogue, which, I mean, you can't get any better doing roguey stuff. Nona is going to be a plasmoid, the goo people, the slime people.
Yeah.
Druid.
Jelly boys.
Yeah, a druid. And I'm like, that kind of makes sense. And I'm here for it. I'm really curious what that's gonna look like when we're playing. And then their friend made a centaur ranger. So me and these characters are great, but what I'm really excited about too is I kind of pitched the girls my story idea. So what's something that's really big in the Nelson household is Naruto. Me and the girls have gone through all of 400 plus episodes of Naruto. We've gone through all 400 plus episodes of Naruto Shippuden, and we are currently like in 200 something episode of Boruto, the next generation. Like, this is like just, it's a staple in our family. Like, it's a daily conversation. Naruto comes up. It's just something we all love. So
you put on your headband, you eat your ramen.
Right. Yeah, we've got my girls have large anime figures in their room from that show, and a couple others that we watched together that are cool. But my idea was, okay, they're students, middle school age students in a Adventures Academy. Okay. And in the Adventures Academy, they have a squad of 3 with their teacher, and they get sent out on missions to become better adventurers. So if you've seen Naruto, it's basically the Ninja Academy where squads of 3 get sent out to do missions as ninjas. But this is a cool idea, I think, because it allows me, I don't know how often we'll play, but I could focus on one mission. We could play that out. and then go on to the next one. And it allows me to be like, hey, I don't have anything prepared, but I can pull a module out and kind of wiggle it into the game and be like, this is your mission. And, and then we run through what, like Curse of Strahd or something. I don't know. That's kind of a drastic example, but D&D has so many.
You made level 3. The mist encroaches around you.
You see a mansion on the hill in the distance.
And no matter which way you turn, you always see the castle.
Right. Anyway, so I'm super pumped about
that. Sounds awesome. Did I ever tell you how when I ran Curse of Strahd for my group that I just continued to just aggravate them?
No.
So basically the whole thing is that when you're in Barovia, when you're in the Shadowfell, like, things suck, right? Because it's the Shadowfell.
Yeah.
So I just kept, like, aggravating them with little things, like, and I got them the biggest when they're collecting, like, some money from something, like a monster or somebody that they had, beaten in combat and stuff.
Oh, like and looting the bodies?
Yeah, they're looting, and so I'm giving the breakdown of coins, and I said, and you find about 15 Electrum, and they all went, oh, God! Like the fact that I put Electrum. Look at him. Cody's in the chat. He said, we don't talk about Barovia. But yeah, just the fact that I gave them that weird not currency, because they know I don't normally like even count Electrum in my games. But the fact that you have it in Barovia, he's like, of course it's in Barovia.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's great. So I'm super excited about that. We roll characters. I'm gonna we did it all by pen and paper, so I'm gonna take them and like actually put them into our D&D Beyond account and digitize them and print them out so they can read all their abilities and features.
Yeah,
there, since it's kind of everybody's first real go at it. So super pumped about that.
I would look forward to the updates because I know that's going to be a good time.
Yeah. Here I'm seeing something.
Because if nothing else, I know your girls have watched enough D&D to know how it goes. The friend might come in cold, but they at least know the gist of what you should be doing.
Yeah, and they've actually played in one session that I DM'd. It was actually me DMing Kote, my wife, and the two girls, and then Jeremy's wife. And we did one session. It was supposed to be a continuous thing, but something
came how that
up.
goes.
Yeah, but that one session, like, I was so impressed because that was their actual first session. I was so impressed because they all started off. They happened to all choose animal-based races, so I started them off basically in cages. They were like captured to be put in a zoo type situation. And so their first session was escaping out of jail, basically out of these cages. And I mean, without missing a beat, like I forget, one of the girls used Mage Hand. Like, she's like, can I use Mage Hand to get the keys off the guard? I was like, yeah, you absolutely can. I didn't know you had Mage. I didn't know you had Mage Hand. And then they were all escaping, and they're level 1. And like, there's like 4 or 5 guards coming down this cave hallway. And instead of like fighting, like I thought they might, have their first fight here. Eden was like, I cast cloud of mist or cloud of fog cloud or whatever it is that basically makes it where you can't see anything in the hallway. Right. And they all just took off running. I was like, that's brilliant. Like,
that's totally a thing you can do. If you have the ability, you can do it.
Yeah. So it was cool. And I'm excited to see them really get into it. Entertain the crowd. I'm going to grab something across the room that I'm looking at that makes me think of you. So hold on.
Gotcha. I think. All right. So I'm going to check out chat here. Tandem said, so much beardiness, I thought they'd be longer. Mine was up until recently. I had to get cleaned up for job interviews. Dev says, you do have alerts. I got an alert and let out an audible F yeah when I saw y'all were back. That's funny. Hello, Sky and Indy, or hello, Sky and Indy. All right, what did you do?
Okay, so in previous episodes that we've done things specifically, our favorite terrain where you had the big wheel that you would spin and it would choose
the
the next
topic.
topic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no surprise at the bin store. Okay.
Travis's superpower coming in, everybody. He still has it.
I found this. This is like weeks ago, but I was like, I don't know what I need it for, but I'm gonna get it.
I'm gonna get it. Oh God, an actual wheel, and it's shiny. I can see my face in it.
Well, it's shiny because it's dry erase.
Dry erase. Oh man.
So what
We
I've
can incorporate
decided,
that.
yeah. So what I've decided I'm gonna do with it, whenever we play games here at home, I'm gonna write really crappy outcomes and make people spin it whenever they have a nat 1,
Oh man.
and just call it
Bringing
the
some funness to the
and
nat
randomness. Yeah, and I just love any as much randomness as you can put into a game. I'm like for it. Like not like ooh goofy randomness, but like roll
Chaos.
tables,
Oh
stuff
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
letting the dice decide or the spinning.
I have a
wheel.
guy that's playing a barbarian, but it's basically one of the newer wild magic barbarians.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm talking?
Yeah.
So every time he does magic, I make him roll on the wild magic table, but it's a wild magic table that I have concocted that's huge and crazy, and just stuff randomly happens to him every time he basically does anything. Here's the kicker. His character doesn't think he can do magic. So he's just, and he hangs out with a sorcerer. So anytime something happens, he's like, whoa, dude, you need to get it together.
Moisty in the chat, the best subclass in D&D is wild magic. It is my top, one of my top wild magic
It's
sorcerer.
pretty good.
And I do the same thing. I had my own custom table. It was like 100. Actually, I think it was 300 because you rolled a D100 and then you rolled a D20 because each one had 3 options, and it was like mild, medium, severe, whatever.
Yeah.
and whatever.
I got stuff like that too. I make him roll a D4 to figure out which wild magic table he's rolling on, and then a D100 depending on which one it is.
Right.
So
yeah, and I made it anytime you got a nat 1, casting magic, attacking, persuasion check, like anything nat 1, you're rolling on the wall.
Or if I feel the situation just calls for it.
Right. Yeah, I had a Tabaxi character in one of my campaigns, and every time she'd sneeze, the wild magic would go off. And so I just imagine this big fluffy cat person sneezing and the fur getting all poofed up and just magic
slightly
just happening.
allergic to themselves.
Yes. Yeah, so I'm
good
excited
stuff.
about that. Oh, okay, something else. Interject whenever you want to share something as we're catching up here with the YouTubes. But I was going through making the video, putting in the description, and we have like auto-populated information in our description for like links to Facebook, Instagram. I took Patreon because we don't have that currently. Stay tuned. And yeah, nothing better than turning to a potted plant. There's been many fights where somebody had to hold the potted plant Tabaxi while they're fighting, so they get smashed. But
Emily was a Tabaxi that time. You remember? When she played with us a little.
Yeah. She was a rogue, man. She was something.
Emily plays the best rogues.
I will say though that was
it is.
Also, I think that was Pathfinder then when we were playing, and you could just make
you could go crazy with it
on there. But it was fun. I do remember that. But one of the links in our description was for a Teespring account that I made a long time ago, where I just put our logo on like a hoodie, a t-shirt, a fanny pack, and a sticker. And just like, if you want Two Beard branded, whatever. Anyway, so I was like, I wonder if this still works. So I clicked on the link and I went there. Okay, shop's still up. And then I went in the back end of it, and we had $21 sitting there waiting to be transferred out because we sold a hoodie in 2022.
Yes. Yes. The merch is still alive. See?
Yes.
Boom. We still got it.
That's so funny. I was so pumped and
Legends
tickled.
never die, man.
Yeah. Well, what you got going on, Trey?
I started a new job, hence the reason my beard is shorter. I had to do job interviews, you know. If
Oh
you ever
yeah.
see Trey with this level of beard, it's pretty much because I had to go to job interviews and Emily tells me looking crazy isn't a good first impression. So, you know. I will say though, I'm getting used to it because like it is easier to keep and
Yeah.
maintain, you know. The shorter beard is just easier. Emily says that's legit y'all's best logo. I agree. I mean, this is you know, S tier Travis work right here, guys. Like, if we get up to 1,000 subscribers, Travis is getting this tattooed on his body. So,
Wait, what?
about where I donate, but where's the merch link? Some Dev was like, "Where can I donate?" But wait, can I get some merch? Like,
Yeah, it should be in the
uh,
description somewhere. Down
yeah,
there.
it's out there. He said he found it, so yay! Get you them hoodies, boy. Um, but yeah, so I'm at a new school teaching. If anybody's seeing this and doesn't know, I teach in my big boy job, and going on year 11 of
Nice.
teaching. So
Nice.
retirement's vested. It's looking good. I really like where I'm at. I've decided that I need a raise, so I am currently going back to get my master's.
Oh wow.
Yeah, in English education. And I remember why I'm not a good student because I'm nothing brings the angry old man out of me like being in school. Like, I mean, I feel bad for Emily because she's being super supportive and she's like, "You got this, you got this." And every time I look at my classes, I'm like, "These people want me to like," and I'm just so negative about it. And I'm trying to fix it, but it's just I don't know why. It stresses me out though. But I'm in a position where it's a guaranteed pay raise, so you know what are you gonna do? Yep. But yeah, that's the biggest thing. New school. So maybe we can get a subscriber boost soon. Once all the kids figure out that I'm on YouTube. um, but yeah, year 11 of teaching, and we've been playing D&D together for half that. We are so old. Yes, we have been going for a good long time. But yeah, I started another YouTube channel, and it has failed gloriously.
You were doing really good with it though. It
It
was
went
really
really
cool.
well.
It was the most Trey
We
Price YouTube channel I could ever think of.
Yep, it was fun. We had a lot of good time, and then Audible said stop it. And when Audible says stop it, they mean it.
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks. But
Yeah, it was kind of a bummer, but then I was like, Audible knows I exist, you know, like I knew that was a possibility from like day one. So I'm like, we're gonna ride this till the wheels fall off, and we'll see. But no,
Emily
did pretty
Emily
good.
says Emily says the problem it was too good.
It was too good. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were like, you're too good at this. Yeah, but yeah, I'm excited to be back doing this because you know we started talking about doing it and everything, and it was like, well, what if we, you know, and just sort
Yeah.
of mold it around. And our families have been super supportive and like, y'all should totally get back to do it. Just keep it like simple and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to what we got coming down the pipe.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we've got some fun ideas. Which pretty pumped about. If you want, do we need to get into that, or you got anything else you want to share? We don't really have like a itinerary.
Yeah,
We were just
yeah, we
hopping
don't
on
really.
here.
Yeah, I don't really know, honestly. Um, I'm sure it'll come up eventually. Um, but no, well, actually, Emily wanted me to share this story. It's pretty funny. So, I'm teaching seventh, eighth, and ninth grade now, right?
Yeah.
Not my cup of tea, but you could be really goofy with middle school, early high school stuff
Oh,
because they kind of
absolutely.
just get on board, you know?
Yeah.
So I've also, since you know we've been off the air and now back again, I've found my love of professional wrestling. So like in January when Netflix was like, we're getting Raw, I'm like, Emily, here we go. You know, and she's like, you're into wrestling? And I'm like, I loved wrestling when I was a kid. I just stopped watching it because, you know, life, and it was all over the place for a while. But now that it's easier to watch, talk about today in the class. Oh yeah, my actual day today. But anyway, now I start every class off. I'm connected to a Bluetooth speaker, and I put on a wrestler's intro, and I come in like I'm the wrestler.
Oh my God. Yes.
So like I just hit it and I'm blaring the music and I come in, I got like sunglasses on and all these other kinds of things, and the kids day one were like, what is happening? Like but now they like love it, and they're like every day they're like, I wonder who the intro is today and all other kinds of stuff like that. So it's pretty good, and evidently it's gotten the attention of some upperclassmen that I don't teach, because I don't know if you guys can see that, but to Mr. Price, I got a note.
Oh, that's
and
like
passing
an
notes
old
in
school, like folded.
Yes, check out
Got the pull tab.
The pull tab. And this kid walks past and goes, and this guy, he's like, here you go, Mr. Price. I don't have your class, but I've heard good things. So I take the note and I'm like, cool. I stick it in my pocket. I don't even think about it until I'm heading home or a little bit later. I open it up, and remember what he said to me in the hall? He wrote, hey, Mr. Price, I don't have your class, but I've heard great things about you. he wrote it and then told me what the note said when he gave it to me, and I died. I was like, this is hilarious. So yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Shout out to this kid, because that got me, man. I thought he was gonna have a note or whatever. No, literally said what the note said and handed it to me.
Wow.
Oh man, it was great. Yeah, it was quite a day. But yeah, it's a good situation. I feel pretty good about it. Yeah.
That's great.
And I had a bird in my class today, so I had to deal with that first thing.
Just a random bird flew in there?
Oh, it was there when I walked in.
Ooh.
And the door was locked, so I don't know how it got in. But it was just a bird. So we had to get the bird out, and that was a thing. And then the construction guys across the street killed the water main. So we didn't have water for a few hours. It was quite a day. A day. Anyway.
But you had the thought of coming on here and doing Two Beards Say to keep you through the day.
I did. Emily said we had a good community over on the other channel, which was Bearded Book Club. Maybe they'll find us over here. We did tell them, like, when we did the official, like, hey, this is what's going on, we have to shut down, we don't have a choice. We did tell them, like, hey, go find Two Beards Play, because that's going to be the easiest way to keep up with us and all the stuff we've got going on. And yeah, so I don't know, maybe some of them will work their way over there and get us back up to the subscribers we had and do all that fun stuff.
Yeah, I'd like to get out the 500s, just being honest. Like, it's a little growth, man.
500s for years.
Yeah, it's been something. But
we need to start going to cons again. We got to start doing the con circuit.
What are we gonna bring to cons though? If there's a con in town, yeah, that's true. We are great.
I really think it would be hilarious to go to a con and be like on the floor, but instead of like selling we'll have merch and stuff there, but we literally just set up like a live stream and play like Mario Kart with random people and chat with them about what they've got going on,
Yeah.
That's my whole idea.
I think that's cool. I think we could like take the video game playing aspect, but also just like invest in people, like, like you said, what's going on with you? What's going on with your life?
Yeah.
What are you about? What makes you happy? What makes you excited? Anyway, it's just like 15 minutes
what brings you to the new reboot of Fanaticon? Sorry, go ahead.
Beard Con.
Somewhere Phil is like,
yeah, he's in bed for the night and he just like wakes up in a cold sweat.
He's just like cold sweat. Like, somebody said the name.
I don't know how I feel about. Hold on, Dev in the chat. I think I'll attempt to get Moist Jesus to raid your stream sometime. What? I don't know how I feel
don't know
about
who that is.
And the only reason I can think Jesus is moist is because he's covered in the blood that covers our sin. Other than that, I don't know why there's an account called Moist Jesus.
Nothing shocks me anymore. I hate that we live in the world where I'm like, probably. But that's kind of where I'm at, where people are like, did you know blah blah blah? Yeah, probably. Like I'm not really shocked of anything anymore. We've come full circle where we're back to where we were when we were teenagers and people are just getting over it again. The Gen X mentality of who cares is coming back around.
Right. Yeah.
We'll take a raid. If Moist Jesus wants to raid us, that's cool. Oh, there's names. Okay. Okay. Dev's doing stuff. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Bring it on. Man, I remember back in the day, what was it? Purple Guy 5 or who? No, there was somebody else. Purple Guy 5.
There was a guy making accounts to get us subscribers at one point, and it was funny.
Yeah.
Like he would raid. I don't know how he pulled it off so fast, but he would like start a raid and then switch to his other accounts and subscribe and raid us. And we started to get the idea that something was up when the people subscribing was like art, football, like just random things. And we're like, I don't think these are legit. But we got the subscribers, so we didn't complain.
Right. Oh, man.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
Let's see who our top fan is right now.
I believe it's Moisty Trousers.
I think so.
Yeah.
Can't see names.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of people with 75.
Right. But hey, if you got the crown, you got the crown.
That's true. And if you guys are just jumping in, remember, if you participate in the chat, you gain experience and become our top fans. We don't know what this means, but you could be a top fan.
Oh, wait, here we go. Top fans in XP. What's this leaderboard? A place for fans to stand out in the community. The top 3 get special badges and live chat. It resets every stream, so you can always try again. How do you get on the leaderboard? You'll need to collect experience points or XP. Here's how you get them. Send live chat messages. Send super chats and super stickers. Got it. Okay. Yeah, so just
Dwart, I want. Hey man, little things are big incentives for people. It does not take much. I want my MTV. Okay.
I want my MTV. Yeah,
This is where we draw the line in the chat. Half of them are like, I remember, and the other half is like, what are they talking about? Calm down, boomers.
I'll get the chat on the screen next time. For sure.
Yeah.
We
will hammer it out and refine.
Yeah. If we get the Two Beards say, if it starts picking momentum, I think this is a good format for a podcast. Do it like this on YouTube, but we can also have it on the Spotify and all that stuff like we do. Favorite terrain. Just because it's just two dudes sitting here talking about whatever.
Yeah, I mean that's what all podcasts are.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see clips of ones that are super popular, and it is this format. It is two dudes who are friends talking about whatever they want, and that's it. That's the whole thing. And I'm like, why can't we get some of that sweet, sweet podcast pie?
I don't know. Oh, there goes the chat. Where? Okay, it just decided to
up
pop
there
on
now.
screen.
Yeah. We need to get some contrast. The words are too washed out.
Yeah. It's not really even supposed to be up there right now. There we go. I'm just gonna turn that off.
Emily threw out something. Talk about surprisingly enjoyable video games y'all have tried out lately, and by lately I mean the last 3 years. Since the last time you idiots did a stream. I don't know, Travis, have you played something that's not Zelda?
I have. My top 2 right now are the new Donkey Kong Bonanza for the Switch 2.
Oh yeah, you did a few streams of that, I saw.
Yep. Fantastic. Beat it last night. Huge plot twist at the very end. Like, I would say 8 out of 10, and then I got to that last little 1/5 of the game, and everything turned, and now it's like that's a 9 out of 10. That's a fantastic game.
Wow.
It got
So
a
is
10 out
Donkey
of
Kong
10 on IGN, just if you need to know the
yeah.
rating there. But
Is Donkey Kong the Herald of Galactus? Is that the
you said a lot of words that I didn't understand, but
That was a Marvel thing. Okay.
I'm-
The Marvel fans are eating it up. Okay.
yeah, that's not me. If it's on Disney Plus and I have some time, sure I'll watch it. But I don't. I didn't grow up reading comic books or anything
No.
like that, so that's beyond me.
I know it because I have a terrible tendency to just sort of like sample all the nerddoms. Because for some reason, as a teacher, when a kid says, "Mr. Price, do you know blah blah blah?" I like to be like, "Yeah, blah 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 blah," and they're like, "Whoa," because he knows the thing, and that's what I said is all I know about the thing. That's all I know, you know, like that happened today. One of my students was like, "Hey, Mr. Price, do you know what FNAF is?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's," and they were like, "Whoa." And I was like, I've exhausted my information on Five Nights at Freddy's.
You can't see it on stream because I've got your picture cropped in, but Jubilee just creeped into the corner and it really scared me for a second.
Where'd she go?
Other
Oh
side.
God, she's gone. Now she's gone. Anyway. But yeah, I recently picked up the Tales of the Shire, where it's
is that
basically
like the Animal Crossing but for the Shire thing?
Yes, exactly. Like you're just a hobbit, and your job is to feed people and be a chill neighbor. That's the whole game, and I've
seen it, and I've been wanting to check it out. Like what are you
it's
playing it on?
PlayStation. It's getting bad press because I'm like, I don't know what you were expecting from this game. Like, you know, the video game zeitgeist right now is all like, everything has to be the greatest thing ever. And it's like, no, games are good just because they're games sometimes. Like, what were you expecting this to be? Like, this isn't a Lord of the Rings epic fight game. Like, chill out.
We're not trying to like add canon to the whole Lord of the Rings universe. Like,
no, I'm trying to collect mushrooms and invite Delphinium over for lunch. You know,
just like be a hobbit, have your second breakfast. It's fine. Just enjoy.
Just calm down. But that's big on my list right now when I'm not doing work and schoolwork and all that other kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Man, the chat is going. I love it. Dwart said he had an idea for us the other day. Should try running a quick D&D using Chat GPT. Oh God, as the dungeon master, see if it's any good or not. Oh man, Chat GPT's come a long way. It might be a thing. I don't know.
Yeah. I've had similar thoughts, Dwart. I feel like there's some interesting way there to integrate it into a campaign. I've thought about using it like as a oracle of sorts, like the players can consult with. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But then I would have to like make sure it understands my world and the lore and stuff for them to be able to ask questions, or I could just be like, whatever Chat GPT says is the law. Like that's what we're going with.
Google's got a better one. Have you heard of Google Notebook?
Notebook? No.
Yeah, well, it's Google Notebook LM. You could just Google, ironically, Google it and find it. And what's interesting about this one is that you can upload to Google Notebook sources for it to pull from. I copied all of my D&D notes into it and said, hey, give me a rundown of all the major dwarf clans. Like immediately.
So its only source is what you put into it.
Give it. Yes.
That's fantastic. I will be using that.
Look into it. It was phenomenal. It rocked my world. It even has this thing where it can take something and create an AI-generated podcast with voices and everything. And I said, give me the first episode of a podcast talking about this world. And it was like a 30-minute long episode of these two AI-generated, a guy and a girl, talking about my world and how exciting it was and all these cool things going on and where do we think the story's gonna go. It blew my mind, dude. Like, if we do that, I say we do it with that one. Chat GPT is okay, but there are other ones out there that are getting stupid good.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Emily in chat, Blueprints controlled our entire lives for a few weeks. My gosh, that game is so good. Same. I had like a
Oh
good
yes.
month. I was just like in that game.
Yeah, I think you told us about that game and you were like, y'all gotta play it. This is incredible. So we picked it up because we had Game Pass, and I'm like, oh, it's on Game Pass. Let's absolutely play it. And we spent weeks, weeks in that game, just
Yes.
going again and again. And we just took turns, like I do a day, she do a day, and we just went deep,
Yeah.
deep into it. It was insane how quickly that game grabbed us.
Yeah. And I got to the extra room, but like there's still so much more in that game. And I'm not going back to it. Like I got what I needed from it. I got to that room.
Same,
I feel
same.
smart. I feel satisfied,
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I
that was
figured
good.
out the stuff, I felt very accomplished.
I even went after I beat it, like, because I knew there was some deep lore there. I went to YouTube and like Google Blueprints, lore, explain, whatever,
Did
and
the deep dive.
got just a good rundown of what the story was and where it's referenced in the game and all that. And I was like, that's a really cool story. I didn't get any of that while I was playing it because I was too focused on the mechanics, but that's a cool story.
Yes, it was very good. Whew. Not the
Room-
biggest fan of AI videos. Well, no one's a fan of AI videos, but it's the fact that we're watching new technology grow in front of us. I think that's the allure.
It's going to be the fall of mankind, I'm sure.
I mean, yeah, we've all seen Terminator. We know what's coming.
Technically, I've never seen
We know.
Terminator.
Well, Travis,
I'm not prepared for the apocalypse.
you're not. But yes, we all know what's gonna happen, but it's real simple. We go back to the rural ways and unplug everything. The end.
Dude, I'm for
Yeah.
it. Like, bring on a world where there's no electricity. Like, we have to shut down everything because AI is trying to kill me with the toaster or something. Like, take me back to where I have to go outside and grow my own vegetables, and I'm
Travis
for
wants
it.
Travis wants Fallout, but none of the nuclear hazard.
Exactly. Like, I'm gonna get in a car. I'm gonna take the family. We're gonna go down to my mom's in the middle of nowhere, and we're gonna live off the
Your mom
land.
is out in the middle of nowhere for
We're gonna
sure.
live off the land. We're gonna hunt. We're gonna fish, and we're gonna survive. A country boy.
I mean, you're not wrong. I took up blacksmithing for a while to learn the basics of that, so that when the Fallout comes, I'm valuable.
Listen, this is the type of stuff that men think about, and I don't think. Listen, I have an example that just happened today. Okay, so probably like 5 something. The girls, my wife comes in here in the office. I was like, "Hey, we're going to DG to get some snacks so we can watch this Taylor Swift podcast thing." Like, they're making a big event out of it. It's fantastic. I was like, "Good.
Our
I'm glad you guys
arch-nemesis.
got something to be excited about. Cool, And so I went with them, okay? And it's all 5 of us, me, the 3 girls, Jack, and Chelsea hands me her pocketbook, a little wallet, it's like this big, whatever. And and I'm holding it while she's getting Jack out of the car, and then she just proceeds to walk, and I'm like holding the pocketbook. I'm like, hold up. And I was like, here, Nona, take this. And he's like, why I gotta take this? And I said to her, because if I have to kill somebody, I need my hands empty. And I was like, you're not a man, you don't understand. If I have to fight somebody, okay, I need my hands empty. Like, these are the things men think about when you're out in public. Like, but tell me I'm wrong, Trey.
If I'm gonna kill somebody, I need my hands.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong, but when we expand the merch shop, I want the Travis specific tee to say, if I'm gonna kill somebody, I need my hands.
Listen.
Oh my god. Ooh, Papanelli, if I'm gonna kill someone, I need my hands free.
And she looked at me like I was crazy. It's like, don't worry about it. You don't understand. Like, this is my job. I'm here to think about these things. I'm here to know how many people are in that car. I'm here to make sure you're on the sidewalk and I'm not. So if anything comes out of the parking lot, I'm in between you and that. And this is just like second nature. Like, I'm just walking with my family.
I got you another one. If you're at a restaurant, you face the doors in case assassins.
You got to see who's coming in.
Exactly. I mean, I get it. I'm just saying.
And you have to make a split-second judgment on their character as soon as they walk in. Like,
You're not
you got to
wrong.
know where you stand with this person, even though you've never met
You're
them.
not wrong.
Okay. Yep.
Man. Whew. Emily said one of Trey's greatest pet peeves is people who say they're off grid while they're running their YouTube channel. It does aggravate me. You're gonna sit on your YouTube channel and be like, "Welcome to our channel. We live entirely off grid. No one knows we're out here." You're on the internet. You have an IP address, and we know exactly where you are. That crap aggravates me. I'm completely off grid. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Shut up. Shut up.
God, I'm getting some
Buying
great
that nonsense.
you don't know this, Trey, but I've got the frame, the canvas set up for our live stream on YouTube. I've also got a vertical canvas set up, and I'm just hitting clip, getting like two
Just clip after clip after clip.
right. It's like I clip the last minute and 30 seconds of the stream. It's ready to go. Upload straight to TikTok and Instagram or YouTube or whatever.
So y'all follow us on the socials, because after today, those shorts are gonna blow up. Like it's gonna be everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. I already got if we upload one a day, I've already got a week's worth.
Yeah, exactly. Have a good one, Moisty. Thanks for dropping in and being number one for a while.
Yeah, I hate to see
He
you
was
lose that spot.
number one.
If that's a reference, I did not get it.
It is. It is. I
Okay.
hang out with kids too much. That's actually a SpongeBob reference, everybody, from back in the day.
Oh wow.
Yeah. This emoji is now Travis killing someone.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was good stuff. Oh my god. You're right. This would be a good podcast.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, we've almost hit an hour, so maybe we should hop into the meat and potatoes.
Yeah, let's shift to the other stuff.
Yeah. Hey,
Oh, man.
Moisty's gonna
Gonna
miss
catch
this.
these hands.
Listen, I am not ashamed.
No, it was great. It's just, you know someone, you think you know the sequence of words that are gonna come out of their mouth, and then you get pleasantly surprised. Like
Oh my god.
the funniest part in my head, I could see your daughter going, "What?"
Yeah, it was so nonchalant. It's like, here, let me hold this. She's just like not wanting to hold it. It's like, why do I have to hold this? I'm like, because if I have to kill somebody, I need my hands open. It's just like,
She's like, "What?" Dad, we're at Target. Like,
well, we were at Dollar General, which is still makes it
Oh.
even more legit.
yeah, for real. Yep. Oh
Hmm.
man, that's good stuff. Whew, but yeah, let's shift and talk about what we're gonna be doing in the upcoming times, since
Yeah.
we're back now.
Yeah. Yeah. So like Trey said earlier, we're gonna start slow. You can expect Two Beards Say to be a normal occurrence. I would say as normal, like I wouldn't say once a week, but like maybe at least once a month, just kind of check in. And then if we like whatever, it's going good, maybe once a week. I don't know.
It all just sort of depends. Like if we have
Yeah.
a crazy week and we're gonna be like, dude, we gotta do the show this week, we'll just jump on and do it.
Yeah. Also, if you guys remember the great episodic saga that was Table Scraps, okay,
Some of my best memories, man.
that is so fun to make, but my heart's broken that last season it was just the audio was so bad, like it could not see the light of day. Like I watched the first episode because it's hidden earlier, and it was just like it's just screeching. It's just like loud, crackling, nonstop, and I'm just like, oh
Yeah.
yeah. So it was a bad recording.
It was fun. And also the thing about Table Scraps is that it was a lot to organize.
It was
Like we have some good people in our lives that were helping us out with a lot of stuff, but getting all of the talent on the same schedule was a nightmare in and of itself. Getting people to work cameras and the boards and all of that stuff, like that's why, like, even with my aggravation with big D&D shows, I still cut them some slack because I can't imagine.
right. Yeah.
To do it on that level, I can't imagine.
Yeah. And I've the shed that I've been out for, as long as we've lived in this house, like 10 years, I've been within the past year been slowly transforming it into bless my wife. I don't know why she loves me so much, but she's just like, do what you want with the shed, make it the ultimate D&D gaming, whatever, office, stream, whatever you want to do, room. And I was like, okay. So I'm doing that while also closing in the garage. But long term goal, I think it would be cool to get a couple cameras set up in here to be able to just like sit down and play some D&D. Nothing crazy. But going back to table scraps,
Yeah.
Trey and I are excited. I've never done this as a DM, and I've never done it as a player. But we're gonna do a new series under the Table Scraps banner. That is
Table Scraps Campaign 2.
Campaign 2.
Or
It
whatever.
is a one-on-one D&D campaign. So one DM, one player. I don't know how that looks. I've never done that, but I feel like if anybody can pull it off, it's Trey and I. So
You should call us and tell us how we're going to do it. No.
yeah, you tell us.
Yeah. Hey, None May in the chat.
What's up, no May?
Yeah, but this is different, but it's exciting. Travis is going to be the dungeon master, and I'm going to be the solo player. I've heard of people doing like one-on-one D&D before, and it's gonna be interesting and all of that good stuff. We got a great idea for a story that we both got excited about like immediately. So the fact that we're both excited about it, I think is going to translate well, because it's a story that's near and dear to our hearts, and we want to be able to tell it well. And I think anyone who are familiar with these characters that we're going to be doing is also going to be invested in it as well.
Yeah.
And we may have to do some background videos leading up.
I was just having that thought in my head. I think like a lore video, maybe like a kind of like a part of a session 0, just to kind of introduce where the story is and where it's picking up. But I mean, elevator pitch, if you want to, you're going to be playing a dwarf.
Yes.
A lot of people know and love. Hadhod Ramcrown. And this is if you're familiar with Hadhod, you know Hadhod's been around for a while, but we're going to pick up at the beginning of Hadhod's story, right as he is being exiled from his rightful place as king to the dwarves. And it's going to follow his story going from exile and just surviving as a young dwarf with no home to go back to, and what that's going to look like. And I'm very excited. I've been working on story stuff along with other stuff. And what I'm really excited about, though, I think we will be able to do this because we're going to do it online like this.
Yeah.
But I personally, Travis, really get excited about the production side of these videos. So I've already been like researching cool ways to introduce sound effects, music. I've got a voice changer that I can use. I want a lot of visual stuff on the screen to kind of immerse people when they're watching. And we talked about a little bit earlier, but we're going to try to see how this goes live. Because if we do it live, then you as the audience can interact and maybe have an effect on what's going on in the story, kind of like a second player in the campaign. I think it's a really cool idea. And so we have that in the works, and it should be coming very soon.
Yeah, I mean, that's the great thing about it being just me and you, is that we just like, hey, you free? Yeah, I'm free. And then we sit down and do it. You know, like
Yeah.
it takes all of that organization. I mean, there's organization, but we don't have to wrangle the crew and all that stuff. Not anything against the crew. Let me be perfectly clear. The crew we had for that first story arc of table scraps. I knew I was going to do it. I knew I was going to do it. But the crew we had for that first story arc of table scraps was, I would take them with me anywhere. Like if we were going to do it
for
professionally, that's the group of people I'm calling. Like, do you
Yeah.
want in? And I'm pretty sure they would show up.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm super excited about it, and I'm with you. I would love to update the production value and all that. So you guys buy that merch or give your donations, and we can get Hat Hot a better freaking camera. Look at the comparison of the two of us on the screen right now. Travis is in high definition, and I look like I'm upset that my AOL dial-up is going away.
I'm curious because my camera is not new.
Your camera is what?
Not new. Like I've had it for a long time, and it's still great for what we're doing.
Yeah,
I wonder how much
it
they're
looks
running for.
really good and it looks real. I look super washed out because I have to have a lot of light on me, or else it's like if I turn that off, it gets like crazy dark, and I feel like it does not look good at all when I do that.
Yeah.
So I need all the light so that I actually show up on camera, but then when I turn it on, it feels washed out. So anyway, if you want to get back in helping us do these things, you can buy merch, you can donate, all those different things. But we are excited about this show. I think it's going to be fantastic. I see people saying that they think this is a cool idea and everything. So we're hoping it's going to be something worthwhile. And bottom line, I know we're going to enjoy telling this story. And I did not realize how many people that I knew about the character Hat Hot. Like I knew like some groups that I had played Hat Hot in kind of knew, but my college buddies who kind of like helped me first conceive Hat Hot, they tell me that like in their worlds, the Hat Hot or the Ram Crown clan is like a big deal in their worlds. A buddy of mine, Logan, just did a one shot on a show called Undeniably Good Time, and he did a one shot, and they were going to help a group of miners, and it was the Ram Crown clan, and I was like, okay. So this character is like where all of that kind of came from, and it was my first D&D character, like when I finally got to play as a grown man, because I never got to play it when I was younger.
Was that our group, or did you play Hat Hot in another group?
I played Hat Hot in one iteration before you guys. It was with a very small group of guys that I did improv with in college, and they kind of have it. And I basically carried the same character over to what we were doing. The spirit is the same and all these other kinds of stuff. But it's funny now, whenever I bring it up, people are like, you can be Hat Hot. I don't care. Like, if you want to do that, that's fine. We recently got those college guys back together this past summer, and they all came to Troy, and we were hanging out at my house, and we always do a one shot. And the guy who was DMing it said, I want you all to just make like a crazy whatever character. We were doing like this multiverse thing, and then he contacted each of us individually about you get a secondary sidekick character. And he said, I think it would be hilarious if your sidekick was Hat Hot. And so like we made Hat Hot, and I brought him in, and when he was found in the battle that we were in, like everybody like was like, holy crap, like it was a thing. So you never know what's going to catch in people's minds when you do it. So yeah, I'm excited to tell this story. I hope the people who care about this character are going to be invested in this story and things like that. I know my players are going to be invested in this story because this is also involving their actual campaign world. Like,
right, yeah, it's going to be a shared world with your personal deal.
Yeah,
your personal game.
And I have always kind of said like all of our D&D campaigns are basically in the same world in one form or another. Like, we don't really heavily cross the streams, but there is some crossover and stuff like that. So it's funny if I ever crash his games or he comes in for mine, Like he knows lore and I know lore, so we say stuff, and then people are like, "Wait, what?" And then you're like, "Oh yeah, you didn't know that?" Like, oops, my bad. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's good, and I'm glad that we get to do this because not too many people would I trust to DM this story, but you're definitely high on that list, buddy. So
Yeah.
I think it's
I
going to
mean,
be great.
I think so too. I think it's going to be fantastic. I'm excited about it. Um, yeah. So look forward to that, and don't miss it. So subscribe, and you won't. you'll be
Yeah,
you'll be here when it goes live.
yeah,
Yeah. What
Travis,
this is?
random hand. You had it earlier, and you were like holding it, and I was like, "What in the world? Like,
Yeah.
what in the Eldritch Blast have you concocted?"
So this is actually another bin store find. I got it for $1, and it's a hand that it's got the little holes, so you can mount it on a wall, I guess this way, or this way. I don't know if you wanted to hold something, or if you just kind of want to have it coming after you. And I just kind of hold it. I don't know. It's just kind of like a fidget for me. It's a little hand. I like hold it like I'm giving it a handshake, or use it to
Yeah,
scratch my face.
I
Or
mean,
it just
it
sits
is
here
what
on
it
my
is.
desk.
Be on the lookout for Eldritch Hand in the upcoming Table Scraps campaign. We need
I
to come
mean,
up with a good name for it, like the actual campaign.
oh, we will. Yeah, we'll come up with something. Yeah, it needs an extra finger. Be the hand of Vecna. Didn't he have?
Ugh,
Didn't he have an extra finger?
maybe I'm not up on my Vecna lore. It kind of got overdone, in my opinion.
No. All right, sir. Ran for an hour, and I'm about to cough my brains out.
Yep.
But I said we can call it from here.
Yeah, I feel good. I feel like we covered everything we need to cover. I hope everyone's excited.
Yeah.
Spread the word. If you know of anyone who stopped watching us, you got to come back. They're back, and they're weirder than ever.
Yeah. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for blowing up chat. And I don't know, it was a good return.
Yes.
Got a lot of familiar faces. Makes me feel warm and fluffy.
Yep, like people cared that we actually came back.
um,
Because there's always that thing like, what if you get on and
oh,
nobody's
I know
there?
it would have been such a bummer. We got on. It was like 0 people in chat, and we're just like,
Somebody comes on and it's like, quit already. Jeez.
it would be Bumblewums. It's like, give it up,
would.
guys.
I gotta say, I am shocked Bumblewums did not pop up in that chat tonight.
I
thought for sure he was gonna be, first AO, like he always did. So we'll have to see. We'll check on him. Yeah, but we're glad you guys are here. I'm super excited for doing this. And yeah, spread the word, subscribe, donate, buy some merch. If more people are interested in that, we'll certainly set it up. But the biggest thing that'll help the channel take off is to subscribe, help us get other people subscribed, because if we hit that magic 1,000 subscriber mark, we can really start doing stuff with the channel for real.
Yeah, for sure.
I know firsthand it does take off at 1,000.
Good to know. All right, sir. Well, thank you guys. And with that, God bless you. And we will see you again on the next episode of Two Beards Say. I can't find the button.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, there it is.
Just unplug the internet.